wanted to share with you a project that I've been working on that's taking place next month. My future daughter-in-law had asked me to make some centerpieces to go on the tables at the reception. So I did a little research and looked on Pinterest. She said, just something simple, nice, nothing fancy or anything. So this is what I come up with. And before I did it, I checked with her to make sure everything was okay. I mean, that she was okay with that, and she was. She was really, really impressed, and she liked it. It's something simple. But let me show you. These are these jars that I got at Michael's. They were normally $3.99, and after I purchased them, because I was kind of like freaking out, I'm like, what am I going to do? But when I found my idea, I didn't know where I could find these at, and my Michael's where I go to has sometimes their selection or their quantity of things is very limited, and luckily they had enough. I had to make 16 of these jars. And let me say this, with these being $3.99, I saw that after I purchased these, Hobby Lobby had the same thing for $2.99. And then if I would have waited for them to go 50% off, I'd have saved a buttloads of money. But that's okay. I wanted to hurry up and get this. I wanted to get this project done. So if there was anything else I wanted to work on or needed to work on, I'd have time. So I cleaned them up. I washed them in the dishwasher, and I used some tape. I got some blue tape, and I had masked it off here on the center, and I used some Mod Podge and painted the Mod Podge on there. And then I got some glitter from Michael's. I can't remember the name of the glitter, but Michael's sold it. It's the Recollections glitter. So once I put and I did it in sections. I did the Mod Podge so far, then I put glitter on it. Then I brushed it off and, did more Mod Podge and brushed it off and put some more glitter on there. So once that was done, I let it dry for a little bit. And once it dried, I let it sit overnight because I had to do 16 of them. And once that was done, the next day, I went back and put Mod Podge over it to seal it because there was glitter. Every time you touched them, you had glitter on your hands. See, at least now the glitter's minimal, where before I had it everywhere. So I did that, and I let that sit. So once that sat overnight, I came back the following day and used some ribbon. I had some of this ribbon. It's a sheer off-white ribbon, and it kind of looks like a little champagne color. And I picked that up. I ran out of what I had, and luckily I found the same exact thing at Michael's. Michael's carried it. So I picked that up, and I picked up some more of this beaded or blinged piece of jewelry, because the original piece that I bought, let me show you, was this. Michael's had this piece right here on clearance, and I used them all because it had big pieces, and then it had small pieces like this one, but they were a little bit bigger, and you could use it for a bracelet or whatever, it was for jewelry. So I ran out, so I had to go back to Michael's and see if I could find some more. You know how sometimes people pick stuff up and they lay them down, and I couldn't find any, so I went with these smaller ones. And I was hoping to, it looks nice. I like how it did, but I wish I would have found a lot to match this or this. But either way, they're both good. I like how they turned out. I want them to be uniform, and she says, no, that's okay. They don't have to be, because every table, it's gonna be different. It's just gonna be different. I was like, okay. So she was okay with that. So the other pieces that came on this piece of jewelry, they were a little bit smaller. They just had the round circle right here. They didn't have these bottom three. So that's what it looked like minus the bottom three. So I got those. Those were on clearance for like $3.99, and I bought like 4 packages, I think, and then I went to go back and pick up these. And these ones here Michael had them on sale. Well, this was the green tags, and I think they were normally like $3.99, and I got them half off for that. So I got those. So I did those. I had to make 16 of those. And then I brought out my Cricut Air 2, and I bought this plate at Michael's, and I made this using my Cricut on the design space. And let me see if I can get it all in there. Here we go. And the vinyl I got it at Michael. It was on sale, 40% off or 50, I can't remember, but I think it was 40% off. And this is a sand color. So I ended up designing this. I measured out my plate to be, this is going to be 13 inches here. And I think these were like 2 1/4 or just 2 inches. Right at 2 inches. So the edges were 2 inches, and this was going to be from here, from the top here to here was 9. But I measured the inner circle for 8 3/4. I wanted to make sure I had enough room depending on how the size of the font was for the monogram and stuff. So yeah, I bought this here, this monogram. You can buy it, and I got it off of Etsy, I think is where I bought it. And then it's already got all this info. This here, you just put your name or whatever you want to put. And I made this here. I just added this here at the bottom, but the O was already set up like this. I just added my name and then the date and stuff. So, and unfortunately this was a little hard for me, but looking at it, I hope I got it straight and it seems to be okay. But in the Cricut design space, they don't have it where it can curve for you if you're trying to do something to make your text curve. So what I had to do was make a circle and type his name and then unattach the letters and then put them on that circle in the design space how I would want them on the plate so it would curve and cut out like that. So that's how I did that, and I had to, group it all together and how all that works. But I thought it turned out pretty nice. I like how it looks. And when I got this charger on sale too. It was like $1.29 or $1.30 something, so it wasn't a bad deal. And they were, I think, 40% off when I picked this up. So they're not very expensive anyway. I think they're $1.99 normally. So, but I got that, and that'll sit on their table, and hopefully we can get all these little fingerprints off there. And then I saw this at Michael's too. This was, it's by Area. It's a vintage blush rose antique, and it's a ribbon garland. And so with the colors that they had here, I thought that would be perfect for us to use at the wedding rehearsal and at the wedding reception. We could use that too. So I bought 2 of those. And I also bought some flowers that will go on top of the mantle that's behind them where they'll be sitting for their dinner. So, but that's pretty much it. That's my little... I'm also going to make a few 12 by 12 layouts for them and put them on a scrapbook. And they will be on the table if I can get them done before the wedding rehearsal. And then we can carry it over to the wedding, and people can look at the photo album, and it'll have their pictures like of how they started dating and their engagement pictures and things they've done and gone on vacation and stuff. So I'm going to try to do that. Hopefully hopefully I can get that done. That's what I'm going to try to do. Now, whether or not I get to do it, that's going to be another story. So, but thank you guys for watching my video. I appreciate you being a subscriber, and hope you have a great weekend, and bye for now.